Today I'm going to replace this manual thermostat with a Nest 3rd Gen thermostat on my heat pump. I've already shut off the power, so the first step is to remove this front plastic cover. It just snaps off like that. And then we have all of the wires coming in here that we need to loosen off these screw terminals. I'll show that a little closer, and I would recommend taking a picture of this so that if you have any trouble, you can at least revert back and install the old thermostat. So kind of a mess of wires in this one, but it's really good to know where they were all connected. I have these little electronic screwdrivers that work really well for this. Now I'm just going to use a needle nose pliers to pull the wires out. And they're not really stuck in there, just a tight space. With all the wires disconnected, I can use a normal Phillips screwdriver to remove the 2 screws holding this thermostat to the wall. And at this point, you want to be careful that the wires aren't going to get pulled back into the wall cavity, because you don't want to fish those back out. In my case, they're fine. So the next step, I'm going to install this wall plate that Nest provides. So you can see there are a multitude of screw holes here from different thermostats over the years. So this will do a nice job of covering them up, and thankfully it lines up with 2 holes that were already there. With the wall plate on, let's take a moment to talk about the wires. So we have, we'll start with the easy ones. Yellow is cooling, that's pretty standard. Green is fan. Red is power. And then on this one, the black is the common wire. So the Nest thermostat has a cool feature where it will actually trickle charge the battery off of the other lines if you don't have a common, but here in this case we have a common that's just providing power, so we don't have to worry about that. And then white is heating, but since this is a heat pump, it's just actually used for the backup heat or the electric heat. And then orange is the important one for us. Since we have a heat pump, that's what controls the reversing valve that puts the heat pump in either air conditioning mode or heating mode. So I will get the Nest plate on here and then show where to connect them all. Nest comes with a built-in level to make it easy to get it perfectly straight up and down. And now it's time to start connecting these wires. So let's try to do this in order. The yellow is going to go in yellow 1, that's for the air conditioning. and you can see it pushes that tab down when you get it in. And then green's gonna be the next on that side for the fan. And then we have the line over here labeled OB, so that's for orange or black. In my case, I have orange, and that you actually have to select on the thermostat later. I'm gonna try to get these pushed into the wall a little bit so I have a room to get the cover on. Then over on this side, we're gonna have white go into white 1, and this is probably the trickiest part or thing to know, because that's actually for the electric heat backup, but since I have a heat pump, that's only used when it gets really cold. And it would probably work if you put it in the auxiliary too, but the recommendation from Nest going through their online tool is to do white 1, and that's how I've done it. And so then we'll have the common and the red over here. And if I got those tucked in far enough, we should be able to snap on the faceplate. And I didn't, it's a really tight connection, so I need to try to adjust these. Okay, that part's always a bit tricky because you don't want the wire to fall in the wall when you're putting it on, but you also have to get it really tucked in there to be wired correctly. So I'm going to go snap on the power and hopefully this will turn on. And the Nest has a little home button, so it is showing that it is starting up. Okay, the unit has recharged enough to come back on. You'll see it's already showing it's currently 74 degrees in here and it's set to 81. This is because I had this unit set up before, but I'm going to go through the settings without doing a factory reset. So if you're doing this on your own, what I show you should hopefully be enough to get you squared away. So I should explain what I'm doing. If you tap the screen and then scroll to settings here, and then you can scroll through and you can certainly look at all these options, but for the purposes of this video, I'm explaining how to set it up with a heat pump. We need to go over to equipment, which is toward the end. So we're going to tap on that, and then it says equipment detected. So we have Y1, which is showing heat and cool. In the upper left, that's because this is a heat pump. Green is fan, and then orange or black is showing orange and showing heat pump. Then white 1 is showing auxiliary heat. C is the common wire, and RH is another power wire. So we can continue. And then it says your system. So it has heat pump heating, auxiliary heating, heat pump cooling, and fan. So that means my heat pump can run like a normal air conditioner to cool, but it can also run in reversed heat. And then we have auxiliary heating, which is an electric strip when it gets too cold and the heat pump can't handle it. So that's all correct. So I'm gonna hit test, and I wanna do heat pump cooling since it's cooling season. And it says air conditioning should be on, and I can hear it kicking on in the background. So we'll go over to event here, You probably can't hear that on the video, but it is blowing cold air. So that's excellent. And so I'm gonna hit done there. And then I don't wanna test anything else. I'm pretty confident I have it hooked up correctly. So I can hit done. It takes me back to that same screen, so I can hit continue. And then it asks some additional questions that you'll have to go through on the initial setup. So I'll just go through these. What type of heating do you have? Forced air. What about the heat pump? This is where you have to specify the orange or the black wire. So we have the orange wire. And then this is a really interesting setting. It says use the heat pump compressor when the outdoor temperature is above always. So what you can do here is force it to use the compressor when it's above, say, 32 degrees. So that's something where you could look at the specs of your heat pump, because if it's not heating fast enough, it'll fail over to the electric strip heater, which is going to be way more expensive than the heat pump. But the heat pump could take hours, to catch up or something. So I just have it set to always use the heat pump compressor, and it's smart enough that it'll turn on the electric strip if the compressor's not giving enough heat. And then it says use the heat pump auxiliary heat when the outdoor temperature is below. Oh, I didn't mean to click off that. Orange always. And then, so this is kind of the reverse of that last question. So if I have it set here at 50, that means if it gets under 50 degrees, it can use that electric strip heater. So if I come home and it's 50 degrees in the house and I turn it up to 65, it's probably going to kick on that electric strip heater to help catch up. That's fine by me, but if you wanted to force it to use the compressor longer and knew that your compressor was efficient down to, say, 38 degrees, you could set it there. Then you just have to be, warned that if you want heat fast, it might not be able to provide that because it's solely going to run the compressor. And then I'm not a pro, so I'm not going to do any pro setup. So we'll hit done here at the top. And that's it. So if you scroll over to the right, I'm going to get back to our 81, and I'm going to spin it down to 73, and it says it'll keep it there until 5:30 p.m. So I hope this has been helpful. I really like this thermostat, being able to control it from my phone, and that it learns and usually sets the temperature without me having to intervene. Comment below if you have any questions.